Okay, today let's talk about the light earth and the light that we can bring to earth, also working with energy grid, working with the earth's grid, working with the universe's grid. There's so much light work to be done within our field. And this is what we can already know and be familiar with different vortexes that are in the world, different energy points where we have these grid points that are that overlay that make this more energy heightened vortex where a lot of magic can happen. So as we start to evolve into this new awareness, we get to turn on the more of these energy centers. So if you are in this process of activating yourself and feeling called to maybe say, for an example, myself, I work a lot within these grids, just within my own way of personal travel. So you could be working on the light energy grid um, just by your focus and intention at a location, or you can physically go there. So it could be either way. You don't really need to physically be at the place, but it does activate the place that you are and activate yourself differently when you're physically there versus just thinking about the place. It's a bigger, more powerful energy transfer. So, if you're interested in this light work and you feel really called to also travel, most likely you are on that mission to start to open up and connect these grids and be a grid worker. So, a lot of the times when we start to open up to our awareness of our different gifts and what we feel called to on a spiritual level, on a more connected level, on what we're here as more of a soul purpose, not as like a job, but like what your soul is really here to do and expand. This also might be related to several different missions that start to kind of interplay. So, if you are here to activate others, you might be also here to activate the earth, to help the earth, to have that energetic transfer. So, if you feel super called to travel, most likely this is something that you do unknowingly. And what we do when we go to these different places, we get to drop our own personal codes there and pick up codes. And I'll talk about like codes in a few different in the next few videos. But this literally is if you imagine yourself as you're walking your footpaths. Imagine like your steps as you're walking, your footprints leaving these like little light footprints. So your energetic code, because we all have our own unique frequency and code within ourselves. Imagine your footprints being left there, and like this places that you have stepped are now lit up from the path that you have walked visually. Or say that you know, if you have little, if you wear anklets and you have bells on the anklets, every time you step, you sound that frequency. Every time you take that step, Mother Earth feels that frequency, that sound of the bell, your step, your whole frequency that you are specifically feels that and starts to work with and open up these different grids and energetic centers. So it's one of these things that we can start to connect with and learn how to work with. And as we start to learn how to work with this more, we can start to understand more why we are called to go certain places, why you feel better or maybe worse in different places, where you feel really on fire and connected versus not. So you have more of the awareness within yourself, within your own system and your intuition, and your channel to be like, okay, I'm more sensitive to how I feel and why. Is it mine or is it somebody else's? Is it this person or myself? Then it also is it also this energetic grid? Do I feel good within this physical space? Does this land right now activate me or not? Am I helping give energy or is the earth helping give me energy? So it's this energetic transfer. So if we start to begin to look more like our relationship with Mother Earth as a actual relationship just like any other being, any other person of this energetic transfer, then we actually get to create this two-way street instead of a one-way street. So have you ever been in a relationship where you're fucking doing all the work and you feel like you're doing everything for this other person, and you feel just super drained because I'm like, oh, I just keep giving and giving to this relationship and I don't feel like any of my needs are being met. A lot of the time, this is what Mother Earth can feel like. We're living on her. We're like taking from the earth and moving around. Not even paying attention, not even giving gratitude, not even acknowledging that we're on this planet, on her, living on her. So what we want to start to do is have this two-way relationship of like maybe going outside and saying good morning, touching a tree, saying hello, really getting connected to the earth that you're at. Have you ever put your feet in the grass where you live? Like, have you ever really connected to the place that you're at? Or when is the last time that you were able to do that? Have you done any kind of ceremony for her or connection? So it's really connecting our relationship back to Mother Earth, having that two-way street, saying, when you are in an energy vortex or when you are in a location, closing your eyes and tuning in and be like, okay, Earth, like, what do you need right now? And maybe that is just your hands on the ground and just giving it some love. Maybe it's hugging a tree. Maybe it's going out for a walk. Maybe it's picking up a piece of trash. Maybe it's, moving to another location where you feel called to. So it's the beginning of a relationship to feel like you are more connected. And that is really the whole gist of what we're doing, is this connection, remembering that we are one, that we are all connected, that we are here to help bridge and remember that we aren't separate from each other. We aren't separate from the earth. We aren't separate from the other universes, other planets, other beings, all of these things, that we're all this one experience of this source energy, and we get to remember who we actually are and how we are connected, and how we get to remember that and treat others and treat other beings and things and worlds and planets as you would treat yourself. So it's that interconnectedness. So if wherever you are at right now, I want you to try to visualize, kind of zoom out from the town, the city, zoom out until you can see above the city, and you can close your eyes to better visualize. And then I want you to zoom out into the country that you're in. Start to try to figure out what shape the country is in relative towards where other land masses are. Zoom out a little bit more to be like, okay, where's your nearest ocean? And then I want you to zoom out again so you can see the entire world kind of encompassed where you are. So maybe your country, your city is in the middle. And when you zoom out, you see kind of that world start to come into your field of awareness. And I want you to focus your energy. Even if you want to physically do something with your hands, you can open your hands up like you're cupping it, like you're about to like scoop up some water, and visualize the world like inside your hands right now. And once you have that image and seeing that world within your hands, I want you to send any energy that you feel like Earth needs. Maybe that's a little bit of love, a little joy, a little healing. And I want you to visualize that specific feeling, that specific energy transfer. I want you to give that a color. So maybe some love is going to be a pink color. Maybe some happiness is going to be orange or yellow. Give it a color and visualize that color surrounding the entire earth, kind of just overlaying it, encompassing it all around. And I want you to feel that energy transfer of that feeling to earth and feel that. Just take note of what you feel inside your body when you begin to give that energy as a whole to the planet that you get to live on right now. And when you're ready, you can put your hands down. You can visualize yourself zooming back in to Earth, zooming back into your country, to the oceans that are closest to you. Zoom back into your city, your town, back to your house or apartment. When you're ready, you can open up your eyes again. So that is just a mini example of what you could do as you start to do grid work and helping give your frequency and energy to the world. And this helps us remember how connected we are to each other, to the world, to the earth, and how that our experience isn't just our experience. You're connected to everything and anything, which is crazy to think, but it's true. So when you do those visualizations, when you have that remembrance, you start to operate in your world within your relationships and how you live and the way you live differently, because you're thinking more about just yourself. You're zooming out. So this is kind of the purpose of this grid work, is to help zoom out and to connect to these different energy fields, these energy grids, and to go where you feel called, to not question, I don't know why I feel like I need to go there, or I don't know why I'm being led here, or I don't know why this opportunity popped up. I don't know why this vacation just started to come about, or like why. Just go to the place and know that your energy just might be needed there. Okay. So play with this. Tune into how that made you feel, giving energy to a bigger being outside yourself. You have so much energy to give. You are so powerful, and that little piece that you did is super, super powerful, and just feel that gratitude from Mother Earth. That is just like, oh, thank you so much. I felt that as like a warm hug. So I'll see you in the next video.